Hi, my name is Lucas, and today I'm going to demo the Fit app. The Fit app is an iPhone app and soon to be Android app created by myself and Sam Faraj. Sam comes from custombuiltyou.com and has over 20 years experience in personal training and nutrition. So what is the Fit app? The Fit app replaces a personal trainer in the gym. What the Fit app isn't is a collection of exercises that you choose from. What the Fit app is a concise workout regimen that varies your routines, tells you how much weight to lift, how to increment and decrement, and does all this for you without you having to think about it. So the Fit app's very exciting because all the benefits of a personal trainer can now be had with your iPhone by using the Fit app. So let's begin our workout. Starting the training program would be like entering the gym to meet with your trainer. So say you walk into the gym. We group the workouts into muscle groups: back and biceps, chest and tris, and legs and shoulders. So this is normally how you would work out. You would work out one muscle group each week. Today you walk in and our trainer says we're on back and biceps. He's put together a routine. We can look at our routine and then decide, okay, let's start. So first he walks us over. Let's find assisted pull-ups. This is going to be our first exercise. Okay, I found it. And here's our main page where we're going to enter our data. So say this is the first time we're working out. Assisted pull-ups, the easiest weight is 200. So we're going to start you off easy, as a normal trainer would, to see how strong you are. So lifting this would be fairly easy. If you've done pull-ups before, you'd probably want to do less weight. And for me, I'd say, I've done this before. I'm going to actually start with 100 pounds of assistance. And I'm going to go ahead and do this 10 times, and I'm going to give the feedback of easy. So I would tell my trainer that's easy, and he would say, okay, let's try 80 now, and let's do 12. So as you can see, it's saving all this data, it's learning about you, and it's recommending a new weight. And you can always, it's going to fill in the actual if you don't have any data saved, just to save you time so you don't have to constantly click this. It makes it easier to say, okay, that's still easy. All right, let's do 60. I might say, okay, that's ideal. So you can also go to how to. Say I've never done assisted pull-ups before. I want to learn a little bit about it. Here's some common mistakes. Make sure to do muscles used. Say for some reason this exercise hurts my back. I have an injury. Well, there's complementary exercises as well that you can do instead. So for here, lat pull down. Maybe I decide to do lat pull down. And lat pull down's an exercise you can view. So we're on step 4, and we're going to say, okay, that's ideal. So now we're going to go to our next exercise, cable rows. And with cable rows, we're suggesting 60 pounds. So when you first start the app, it's going to ask you if you're male or female. So it's very important because the male and female workouts are very different. And if you're on the female workout, it's going to be very lightweight, and you're probably going to want to increase that. So select the right gender in the beginning, and I think the workout will be pretty good for you. So we can do the same thing. We can say easy. As you notice, it's adjusting. We say hard, goes down. So behind the scenes for each exercise, there's a specific algorithm designed by Sam and implemented by myself, which increments and decrements based on what weight you have. And it's pretty much just how he trains his clients now. He grabs weights, they do a set, and he can tell if it's easy or hard, and he's constantly adjusting. He learns about them, and he knows how to push them. So we're constantly trying to get to push you to lift harder weights, but at the same time, we don't want to injure you, and we need to know what's easy for you. So you can always look at demo pictures. If you haven't seen the exercise before, you can watch Sam and quickly say, okay, that's how you do it, and we'll go back. So we'll click through here, and as you can see, that's the main functionality. I can do all these. If you want to skip an exercise, you can swipe. When back is done, now we're going to get to a transition screen. You usually want to get a water break or maybe stretch, and when you're ready, you start biceps. So we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to do this over and over. Some notable functionality you may want to look at is if you want to go back and see what you did before, you can click on the previous set. You can't change that data because it's already saved, but you can look to see what you did. Then I can go forward, If I try to click too much, it's going to tell me you must complete this set by choosing easy, ideal, or hard. So when you're done, we want you to choose easy, ideal, or hard because we constantly want to learn about you so that we can decide which weight you should be using and which reps as well. So I'll go ahead and finish out of here. And there we go. So here's the end of the workout. Great job. And we can post our workout to Facebook. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Why not? So I'm going to go in here, and it's pretty much just going to show you finished back and biceps with iPersonal Trainer. And I'll demo this avatar, which is your personal avatar at all times. So I'm not actually going to do this, but we'll go home. So some cool things, your progress. So as you begin to work out, you're saving all this data about yourself, how many reps, what exercise you're doing, and at some point in time, maybe a week, maybe a day, a few days, a month, you want to go back and see how, am I getting stronger, what's going on. So there's various metrics you can look at. Muscle groups worked is really good because you want to maintain lifting every muscle evenly. So you'd like to have all of this be even. We've only done back and biceps so far. So we did a little bit more back and biceps, but this is okay. You just don't want to see it where you have all arms and chest, no legs, no back. You're probably going to start to look funny if you work out like that. Other things are monthly buckets. So here I only have 1 month, December, but this will vary. This shows exercises by week. So normally when you work out, it's almost in groups of month. So you work out one muscle group every week for a month, and you should start to see some gains after a month. So here's the first week, second week, third week, and here's all the exercise I've done. So I can go ahead and let's just look at standing easy bar curls. So I've only done that for the first week, so it's going to give me the average of it. I should have only done this once, but if I've done it more than once, it would give me the average. So it looks like about 45 pounds I did. So it's a good way just to measure each month how you're progressing. And here's just by individual exercises. So if you've done standing easy bar curls 50 times, this is going to show you a line chart of every single one of those times and how you've progressed up and down. So it just gives you a quick overview of that exercise over the entirety you've used it. Here we're going to go look at the logs. This pretty much shows us what we did, what we selected. So if we don't put any reps, then we don't have any. You always want to fill out your data correctly if you want to see what you had in the past. So it shows our difficulty, our weights, our sets, just kind of something if we're curious to go back, see what we've done. So something kind of cool we added was an avatar. So your avatar is like your online you. So it starts off very skinny with no muscle tone. You can read this page. This is about the avatar. But real quickly, it starts off with no muscle tone. As you work out each muscle, say you work out your buys are going to grow. Your chest is going to grow. So here you are in your posing stage in your trunks in all your glory. And this is the initial avatar. I guess I worked out 2 different muscles, so my back and buys are a little larger. But it's actually going to grow. So if you only worked out biceps 50 times and nothing else, you would see enormous arms with a skinny body. I think this is probably best for those guys who only work out upper body, or those girls who only work out lower body. I think you can look at your avatar and he'll start to look funny. So that's kind of fun. I'm actually building some more functionality around this as well, but this is kind of cool just to look at, and when you post to Facebook, it's going to show your avatar as well. So that's real quickly how to use it. There's other functionality as well, additional muscle groups and cardio, and you can look at this. It's different kind of training, low impact, high impact, interval. I do interval a lot. I find it really challenging and a good workout. So you can look at this. Most of this is pretty self-explanatory. You'd want to do additional muscles and cardio as much, depending on what you're training for, as much as you want. The training program is for building muscle. You don't want to overwork your muscles, so you're going to do each muscle group once a week. If you wanted to create your own workout, you could. We'd like you to follow the personal trainer program, but some people have exercises they like to do, so you can create it here, and it will save all your data. So here I'll create 2, and it's just like a regular workout. So I guess one more notable feature when you start your training program, say you forgot your app and you worked out back and biceps yesterday. So I'm going to want to switch the muscle group. So, hey, I want to do legs today. So an easy way to switch it is go to switch muscles. So that's what that's for. And then you can begin.